Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 17, Unlocking the Key to Peace Through Forgiveness. Well, how can we have peace without forgiveness? Forgiveness is one of the biggest lessons in life and one of the most important things for us to learn, not only for forgiveness for ourselves, but forgiveness for others. Forgiveness can greatly contribute to our peace, but it is not the only path to peace. Peace can be achieved through acceptance, understanding, and letting go of attachments to past grievances. But forgiveness is a process of letting go of resentment and negative emotions. It's a release of those things. And it doesn't mean that we forget or excuse the behavior of the other person. But what it really is a gift that we're giving ourselves by allowing ourselves, through forgiveness, to move forward and heal. There's different types of forgiveness, and as I mentioned, the most important are the forgiveness of ourselves and forgiveness of others. Self-forgiveness is letting go of self-blame and accepting our past mistakes and recognizing that although we are spiritual beings having a human experience, we are human and we're going to make mistakes. So self-forgiveness. Interpersonal forgiveness is when we release anger and resentment toward another and forgive a person who's wronged us. Empathetic forgiveness is using the value of empathy to take a deeper look and get an understanding of circumstances that may have led someone to hurt us and choosing to forgive them out of compassion. Transcendent forgiveness is on a deeper spiritual and philosophical level, and it's letting go of our attachment to an event or a person. And conditional forgiveness, which is when we're setting boundaries and conditions for the forgiveness, and that we would expect an apology with accountability from the other person and or change in their behavior. So that's conditional forgiveness. Situations that are often hard to forgive. Betrayal. Being deceived by someone that we deeply care about, and they've said or done something behind our back that doesn't support us, is not loving, and it in fact has the opposite motive behind it, to hurt us in some way. Another situation that's very difficult to forgive is forms of abuse. When we've endured physical, emotional, or psychological harm by another. And it's not just been a temporary situation of dealing with these psychological, emotion, or physical harm, but it creates long-lasting effects. So abuse can be hard to forgive. Forgiving the loss of a loved one or loss of a significant relationship, any type of loss. There can be anger associated with loss. And the forgiveness is really more for ourselves. I'm going to talk about that some more in a few minutes, but loss is hard to forgive at times. Injustice, when we face unfair treatment and or discrimination, and it affects us and or people that we care about. So injustice, so many examples, especially in the world today and everything that's going on. Trauma is a situation that's hard to forgive. When we've survived a traumatic event that leaves lasting emotional scars and challenges our ability to trust and forgive. And working through traumas about the only way to get to a place of forgiveness when it comes to that. So forgiveness is beneficial, it's important. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's one of the most important lessons, if not the most important lesson that we can learn in life. It can help us to attain a greater sense of emotional and mental well-being. By letting go of resentment and anger, it reduces our anxiety and our stress and feelings of depression. Physical benefits of forgiveness include lowering our blood pressure, improving our heart health, and strengthening our immune system. Forgiveness also has the benefit of improving our relationships by helping us foster empathy and understanding for others, and it deepens our connections to others as well. Personal growth is another benefit of forgiveness as we break free of the past and able to focus on our own personal development and resilience. Spiritual growth through forgiveness as a path to inner peace brings about compassion and a greater sense of spiritual fulfillment. So sometimes we're in a situation where we want to forgive. We want to forgive someone. But we know it's not in our best interest to meet that person face to face and have the talk about forgiveness. So sometimes it's necessary to forgive in our own time, without the confrontation, without the face to face with the person who has hurt us. So it is possible, and it can be a deeply personal and healing process to go through forgiveness without that confrontation. I speak from personal experience on this point because I've spent many months working through forgiveness in a situation where I was betrayed by someone who I considered a very good friend. And it's come to my attention of numerous things that have occurred behind my back. And it's been a struggle, I'm not going to lie. It's been a struggle. Forgiveness is not something that comes easily for most of us. And it's our egos and our pride that stand in the way. How could that person have said those things? How could they have done this to me when I was so kind to them? But when we get to that point of transcendence where we can rise above and look at the bigger picture, we start to gain some empathy and compassion and realize that we're all on our own individual journeys, and not everyone is at at a spiritual level where they're able to even understand their own motives behind their behaviors. So I have been able to find forgiveness in my heart. I don't feel there's going to be a confrontation in this situation. I don't think there's going to be a face-to-face conversation, and I'm okay with that because I'm in peace. And in the meantime, I pray for this person and their continued growth and healing. Forgiveness without being able to confront the other person, we can attain that sense of forgiveness and letting go and releasing the negative emotions through meditation and self-reflection. This type of forgiveness is more about ourselves and our inner healing and our inner peace. We can attain those levels without being able to speak to the person in person. It allows us to move forward with our lives and find closure even when there is no resolution. And when we find ourselves being drawn back into feelings steered by our ego, feelings of anger, frustration, we can remember that we've already done the work to forgive the situation. And don't dwell on it, don't attach to it, keep it moving. So how does peace come with forgiveness? Well, it releases us of the heavy burden of resentment and bitterness and anger. We free ourselves from the cycle of negativity, and then that creates space for healing, compassion, and understanding for the others and for ourselves. We're able to finally attain a sense of closure, enabling us to move forward in a sense of lightness and contentment. Our mental clutter is cleared. There's no more ruminating on the harm that was done to us. We have forgiven and we have moved on. There's an energetic lift in our frequency. We're no longer holding on to lower vibrational energies that are pulling us down from unforgiveness, which can seep into all other areas of our lives with a negative mindset, low vibrational energies, and all of the feelings and behaviors that come along with that. So our inner light of unconditional love shines brighter. when we forgive. And then we carry that out into the world, and it shines on all those around us. So we're, without intentionally trying to be an example of peace, love, and light out in the world, we don't have to try, we just can be. But we've got to feel and know that that peace, love, and light is within us. And for it to be within us and remain within us, we've got to accomplish some of these challenging spiritual practices, and forgiveness is one of the biggest ones. In a past video, I talked about, it was the video I did about the types of pain that can trigger us into the healing process. And second part of that video, I told my story. And without getting into the whole thing, I'll just reference that one of the greatest milestones in my journey was when I realized that not only did I need to forgive a past situation from a past life, if you're interested, go watch the story, but it really came down to forgiving myself and realizing that I had spent many lifetimes blaming myself for bad things that have happened to me. And it took some work. It didn't happen overnight, but I was able to attain the sense of forgiveness for myself. And I'm no longer doing that. I recognize that I'm a human and I make mistakes, but not everything is my fault. And for the things that are, I ask forgiveness. I have a little meditation that we're going to do next if you'd like to stick around. I'm not going to play any singing bowls. I'm just going to talk you through this. It's going to be pretty brief. And it's a meditation on forgiveness. So if you're staying, that's great. Hold on just a minute while I say goodbye to everybody else. I want to thank you for joining me today. There's another little tricky topic to cover, but a very important one. And I actually had a different topic chosen for today, and last night decided to delve into this and set it up for today because it just seemed appropriate to do this video today. So once again, thanks for joining me. I really do hope you're doing well, and I wish you peace, love, and light. I'll see you again soon, and let's begin our meditation. Find a quiet space and get comfortable. Turn off any noise in the room. Turn the ringer down on your phone. Settle in for just a few minutes of self-care as we do this meditation for forgiveness together. Hopefully you've got yourself settled in and comfortable, and now I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. Just exhale slowly and fully. Take another deep breath in. And again, exhale. Once more, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale and release. Sending a signal to the mind and body that it's time to relax for a few minutes as we go a little deeper into this meditation. Scan your body for any tension, starting at the top of your head, across the forehead, the eyebrows, the temples, jaw. Relax. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, scanning further now through the neck, shoulders, down the arms, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers. Give them a little wiggle to just release any energy that you might be holding on to. Deep breath in. On the exhale, release and let go. Scanning the chest and upper back, for any tension. Relax, drop your shoulders. Moving farther down now through the torso, mid and lower back. Relax and let go. Scanning through the hips, pelvis, and buttocks. Unclench. And now moving down through the legs, the knees, the calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Wiggling the toes, moving the legs a little, releasing any energy that might be stuck. Let's move to our heart space. So focus your attention on your heart chakra, located right in the center of your chest. The source of unconditional love, self-love, love. See that green swirling vortex of energy? And let's open the center of it to release and let go of whatever's holding you back from forgiveness. Visualize the person that you want to forgive. See them in your mind's eye before you. Let whatever feelings come up associated with this person, allow them to come and acknowledge those feelings. Maybe frustration, anger, a broken heart. Now look this person in the eye. And without accusations, blame, or reviewing of any past actions, send this person love and compassion from your heart to theirs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, send them love and compassion and forgiveness. Some of you may have heard of this prayer before. It's the Ho'oponopono prayer. And it's an ancient Hawaiian prayer. Ho'oponopono means make things right. I'm going to say it 3 times. It's very simple, but powerful. It goes like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Through this prayer, we're claiming our part in whatever harm was done in this situation. And we're also letting the person know that we have an open heart, that we hold no grudges, and we hope that they will forgive us as we now forgive them. For those of you who are still here, spend a few minutes in this bubble of forgiveness that we've created here. And remember that forgiveness is not so much about the other person, it's about ourselves. It's another element of healing and brings us to a better version of ourselves. I thank you for joining me. As promised, there will be more sound baths and another video. I'm trying to get a video out every few days or so. So thanks again. Stay well, and I'll see you soon.